today? Well, we got a pretty good show for you today. We're going to go over a few things. We're going to start talking a lot more to you about grain and the grain market and how that affects what we can and can't get. I'm going to go over the difference in 2-row and 6-row barley and why I don't use 2-row barley, why I only sell 6-row barley. We're going to check out the smokehouse. I've got corn in there now smoking, so we're going to check that out and go over a bunch of that stuff. As y'all can see, I got me a jug here. I found the other day. It's from the 1930s. Had wine in it, but I may put some moonshine in that thing one of these days. But hey, y'all just stick around with us. We got some big news. We got some people coming on board with us, and y'all gonna like this. So we'll see you here in just a minute. Hey guys, let's talk grain just a little bit. This is something that's been I've had questions about it and stuff over my barley, my wheat, even my corn. Barley is the biggest thing I'm going to talk to y'all about today. Um, a lot of the barley that you can get your hands on has to do with the grain market. 2-row barley, which is what this is, and then I only sell 6-row barley. 6-row barley is almost a thing of the past. Not many people are growing it, and we're going to get into that. As you can see, it's a lot smaller grain than it's 2-row. This 2-row is a little discolored because I just went to a farmer's place and just picked me up a handful out of the bottom of a bin. I'd say it's been wet or something, but it's a lot bigger grain than this. And the reason the grain market has to do a lot with what we could find in barley wise is it don't take as many grains out of this 2-row to make a bushel as it does the 6-row. Your test weight's going to be a lot higher per acre with the 2-row than it is the 6-row. 6-row barley to me is just a better grain, and we're going to talk about that right there a little bit. Why I think 6-row and why a lot of distillers, big distilleries and master distillers across the country, believe that 6-row barley is a superior grain to 2-row barley. This is our wheat. I'll just have it here for comparison. This wheat was grown not 5 miles from here. Combine and all that right here, not 5 miles from here. It's a hard red wheat. We do have wheat in stock now. For everybody that ordered wheat, hang on, this week we're shipping. I'm not going to sell you something that's not a quality grain. And the wheat we was getting, I was just not happy with it, so I didn't ship it. So everybody that ordered wheat, you're going to start getting your wheat this week and next week. I had to malt some, sprout it, and smoke it and stuff to get my orders filled. But there's our hard red wheat. Josh Watson, Caleb Watson out at Watson's Farms. We appreciate y'all working with us on some wheat, and we'll just keep doing business with you. All right, let's get into this barley. The reason I do 6-row and not 2-row, there's 3 to 4 times more enzymes that can break starches down into sugar in this 6-row than there are as 2-row. A lot of guys say, well, I use 2-row and it fermented all the way. That's because you used it with another grain. If you'll make you a mash out of just 6-row and make you a mash out of 2-row, your 6-row barley will ferment all the way. It'll have a lot more sugars in it. The starches get broke down better. You'll have a little bit better flavor. A lot better flavor, I am in my book, especially the smoked barley. The 2-row barley, the reason it is so popular is it's more of a feed. It's more of a cattle feed. Everybody around here grows a 2-row barley, and they'll chop it in the spring, make silage out of it for cattle feed. You get a lot more weight out of a bushel of this than you do this. It takes more of these grains than it does these grains to make a bushel of barley. And it's just a grain market. That's what drives this is the grain market. We're losing a lot of our small grain acres, especially with the 6-row barley, to corn and soybeans. Corn is king. There's more acres of corn right now than there ever have been in history, and you got to plant corn early. You're not combining your small grains like barley and wheat until May and June and even all up in July in some places. So you're real late for corn plant, and then they're planting soybeans behind that. So a lot of our small grain and our heritage grain acres stuff that we used to get a long time ago and distilleries was used to getting is going to corn and soybeans. Uh, I have a supplier exclusively for my 6-row barley. As far as I know of, I'm the only one online selling this barley. This is the best barley I found. It's the best. It's just awesome barley, guys. This liquor I'm drinking on today is nothing but this barley and this wheat. I made a wheat whiskey. This is unmalted barley, but I malted some barley and I ground me some wheat and I made me a wheat and barley whiskey, and it's just awesome. I won't use a 2-row barley in my liquor. I won't make a mash with that. I won't ferment it because it's just not superior. This is the best barley I've ever seen. Is this right here? But that answers you guys' questions. The reason that I use a 6-row barley and not a 2-row barley is there is so much more enzymes in this 6-row than there are the 2-row that's going to break down the starches, and that's just why I use it. The smoked barley is excellent, but I like it malted. I like it smoked. I just like it unmalted. It's just a good barley. So if y'all looking for some real good old school heritage Scottish barley, this is the Scotch and Irish brought this stuff here a long time ago, and it's been good ever since. Y'all need to get on the StickyCreekMalt.com, check us out, and we'll sell you some. Cut. That there's just a little bit on how the grain market drives what we do and what we can and cannot get. Luckily, I know a whole lot of grain farmers in the southeast, especially here in East Tennessee, uh, that where I have access to stuff that a lot of you guys don't. Predominantly throughout the country, throughout the world, 2-row barley is taking over, and it is not nowhere near the 6-row barley. But we're going to get into the grain business here in a few days. I've got some interviews set up with some grain farmers. We're going to be interviewing some grain farmers. We're going to be talking about this. So at this time, I want to go check my smokehouse. I'm going to show you a little bit about it. I smoke my grain. We have probably 200 pounds of corn in there smoking right now on some cherry. We're going to go check it out. So come on back with us, guys.
Okay.
All right, guys. Here we are right here at the Sticky Creek Heritage Malt Smokehouse. I built the smoke barrel myself. This is my fire box. I just put together the stuff I had. It's even got lawnmower parts on it. But we're going to show you how our smoking process gets done here just a little bit. This is a piece of cherry. If y'all ain't never seen no cherry, this is what cherry looks like. There's very few places in the country, I guess, right now that has big cherry trees left anymore. We're going to put this stick of wood in our smoke box. You can see that smoke's rolling. If y'all just follow me right up here, I'll show you a few things about our smokehouse. See, I got a long smoke pipe leads up to my smokehouse. If you look up top, see the rolling smoke. Let's get up here to the door. We're going to check on this corn that we got in here. I probably got 200 pounds of heritage smoke silage corn in here right now. It's smoking. It's not smoked yet. You see the smoke just rolls out there. Let's check on this corn. You look at that. That corn's getting some good smoke on it. That cherry smells awesome. This smokehouse is probably 300-400 square foot. It's got a loft in it. We could hang pigs, we could hang deer, but I predominantly use it to smoke my grain in. So whenever you guys order smoked grain from Sticky Creek Malt, you know it's coming out of a real smokehouse with real smoke, real wood. We'll talk to you here in just a minute. All right, guys. All right, there. That's a pretty good video for today. We're awful busy. We've been packing orders, trying to get stuff out. As far as the grain business goes, we're going to get more into that. The grain market really does drive what we do, and we're going to go a little bit more in depth than that. I hope y'all like my smokehouse. I didn't tell you everything about how I smoke my malt because I'm not going to. Y'all already know that. But that's my smokehouse. I like it. I'm proud of it. And it does a great job for all of you all that's already got smoked grain. You already know it. Get into stickycreekmalt.com and get you some of this barley. We got malted barley. We have smoked barley. We've got malted corn, smoked corn, malted wheat, smoked wheat. One thing I am going to do, I'm going to add a few grains. I'm looking into sorghum, grain sorghum, and I'm also talking to a man that has some white corn. It's not combined yet. It'll have to be combine season before I get it. And that's the thing about good grain, real good quality grain. A lot of grain gets sold at the end of the year on the market. So it gets harder and harder to find some years. But like I said, I have connections and I can get it. So y'all just get on Sticky Creek Malt and get that. I want to give a big shout out to an old boy. I'm going to bring him on board. Actually, there's two of them, Adam and Cyrus. Cyrus is still in the clear. Most of you probably already know him. Good dude. Go check his website out. I'm going to drop a link to his website down below. The other one is something that's it's major to me. This man is an artist with copper. You all need to go check his website out. When I get done, check out some of his steels. This man's work is second to none. It's Copper Steel Co. CopperSteelCo.com. I'm going to drop his link down here below this video. Y'all need to go check Adam out at Copper Steel Co. It's probably some of the best looking steels I've ever seen. They're awesome. The man is like I said, he's just an artist. Sorry about the cut, guys. Things happen. Like I said, I'm gonna do a blooper reel one of these days. But y'all check our website out. Still and Clear, Copper Steel Co., Sticky Creek Malt. I think we're all going to try to combine forces here and get y'all everything you need in the distilling world. I'm gonna start doing different grains. The sorghum is one of the biggest things that I'd really like to get in. A lot of people's never made any liquor out of sorghum, but around here it was a big grain at one time, and I'd love to share that with y'all. So for right now, we love you. You all watch your top knot, and we'll see you soon.